What up? What up? I'm Eric, and welcome to another episode of Dem Nuggets. If you want to stop stopping things that will take you to the next level, then focus on doing the next right thing. That's the nugget. Now that one may be a little cryptic to you, so you can take that nugget bite and run, but you probably be better off just letting this nugget play out and hearing every aspect of what I want to talk about today. So when I talk about stopping, right, I'm talking about you doing an activity that is a growth activity. You're starting a business or you're starting a side hustle. There's that phase where you start it and then you stop it. You start it, then you stop it. It could be that you're trying to go back to school, right? You start some classes, then you don't finish, right? Then you take a semester off, right? Or you start those activities that would help build up your side hustle, then you put it down again, right? Starting and stopping and starting and stopping. If you continue with a pattern of stopping, you will never create the momentum that you need to really get real progress. And so as I mentioned that, you could probably kind of visualize, right? It's kind of intuitive what I'm saying, right? You know these things. You've probably been in this situation or you may be there today. But the question you may be asking yourself now is, well, okay, I recognize I'm there, but why? Well, there's three main things that I've discovered. The first is lack of clarity, right? Sometimes people start and stop because they're not even really sure what they're trying to get to. So if you're not really sure, if you're kind of fuzzy in your mind about a thing, then procrastination is going to set in and pounce on you like a cheetah or a panther, or some sort of a predatory cat. Even if you are in the mood to do it, if you can't know step by step what things you should be taking action on, it's really hard to get excited and engaged, and you're going to stop again. The second reason is self-doubt or comparisons to somebody else. Man, that messes folks up a lot. Say you want to get in shape, go back to school. You get excited about that kind of stuff, and then you see somebody else that's in the thing that you are aspiring to be in, and they way ahead of you. And you like, dang, man. I can't get to that. I can't do what they doing. This is the reason that we got to kill that noise of comparison. It's because we can't compare adequately, right? You may look at yourself and compare your current state where you can consider every aspect of you with somebody else's result state when all you see is the result. You have no idea where they started from. You have no idea what kind of background they had, what kind of education that they had, what kind of opportunities they had, network they had. You don't have any clue. So you don't have a right to compare yourself against that individual, because for all intents and purposes, if that individual was where you are, they would have the same result that you're getting. So kill that comparison noise, because we can't do it adequately. And the last thing is fear, right? We stop because of fear. Say you go back to school, right? You grinding, and then you hit that point where somebody say, oh, that class hard. Oh, you about to go do what? Oh, see, that fear could stop you, right? You're progressing through all the classes that nobody said nothing bad about, but then you get to that one that they talking bad about, and then it's like, man, I don't know if I want to do that one. And then you don't register for that semester. Fear, right? And then we could apply that to a bunch of different areas, but that's a third reason that people stop. So as I always do, right, we're going to talk practical. How can we tactically conquer all of these things so that we can do the next right thing? So step one, we got to define what we want and where we want to be, or define it in more detail, right? Because if you're stopping something, that means you've probably already started it. So you kind of have an idea of where you want to be and what you want to do. Get a little bit more information about where you're trying to go, a little bit more clarity on some of the next steps, and write them bad boys down so that you can get excited about knowing exactly the next thing that you need to do. Step two, I mentioned it just a little bit ago, right? If we're talking about trying to overcome self-doubt and comparison, one, we can't compare ourselves adequately to other people, so we should just kill that noise from the beginning. But self-doubt, right? You started doing whatever it is that you stopped because something inspired you, right? Something made you think that you could do it. And that's why you started in the first place. So if that was an interview, if that was a person, if that was a book or whatever it was that gave you the initial seed idea to jump into the thing that you're starting and stopping, go back to that so that you can rediscover the energy that ignited you from the beginning. Third, the best way to overcome fear is to analyze it, understand what aspect of the fear is a real danger versus a perceived imaginary danger, and then mitigate the real. And then if it's imaginary, man, just go straight up and do that thing. Like if it's you not wanting to start a YouTube channel because you're afraid to record yourself and post it, then you just need to do that one just real quick. You just need to record yourself and boom, just get it out there so that you can realize that when you do that, all of these ideas of fear and what you thought was going to happen to you can melt away in the face of reality. The reality is most of the things that we fear are imaginary. They're not real. Those dangers aren't real. We've made them up in our mind because of all kinds of things that happen on the inside of us. 4, last but not least, man, do the next right thing, right? So you may be moving, but you may just not know what to do. Do the next right thing. When you actually get into the activity, you will find in a lot of cases that you learn what you need to do by doing the last thing that was set in front of you to do. Right? A lot of times we hurt ourselves because we try to look too far in advance. Do the next thing that's in front of you. When you do that, then you will probably have a little more clarity on the next step following that one, the next step following that one, so on and so forth, right? So do the next right thing to keep yourself from stopping along with the other 3 steps before. And that's it, y'all. Keep the nuggets short. Hopefully you got value out of this. If you did, man, smash that like button. Give me some comments. Let me know how you keep yourself from stopping, or let me know things that have stopped you in the past, right? We can talk about all that kind of stuff in the comments. And if you haven't already, man, subscribe to Dem Nuggets, man. Become a member of the Nugget Nation. Hey, check it out. I'm Eric. I'm going to see y'all on the next Nugget.